Hello there, I'm the Star Wars guy. Welcome back to another very special edition of Roster Reviews featuring my good buddy APGAINS. APGAINS, how you doing over there?
APGAINS is doing well. APGAINS is not doing well.
All right, so today we're talking about a friend of mine in Discord. In-game name is Darth Malgus here. We're going to take a look at his... do you just want to start with his regular character inventory?
Yeah, let's do it.
I guess we can talk about fleet as well. But we'll start here. So, I mean, I see a pretty good roster here.
I do as well. 1.5 million GP. Obviously, we know Darth Vader being the most powerful character has significance for me. Not necessarily sure if the same holds up for your fans as well, because I don't know your past trauma with Star Wars Monopoly, but I definitely appreciate a Relic 5 Darth Vader when I see one.
Yes.
He has invested heavily into a specific Padme team, which previously would have been a little bit overkill, but thanks to the GAC changes is now actually good because of the reduction in terms of teams used. It won't apply to him too much, only being at 1.5 million GP, but it should give him a good head start on the sort of meta change that is occurring.
Yeah, I think especially for 1.5 million, this is a good lineup. One advantage that players starting the game, now or in the past year, 6 months, whatever, one advantage they have is that they know, or they can know, all of the pitfalls, going into it. So, for example, my main account, a lot of time was spent early in those early metas working on Luminara and Barriss. And Barriss is still fine. But, some of those characters, Mace Windu, that don't really apply anymore. And when you come into the game now, you get to just skip all that. Don't worry about it. There's 200 characters now. I think when it started, there were only like 70 or something crazy. So it's like you get to kind of skip all the nonsense and do what Malgus here is doing and focus only on the good stuff to get what you need. I see a 7-star Chewbacca. I saw C-3PO. I didn't see his stars. Where is he? 6-star. So he's almost there. A little more work on his Ewoks. I see 6-star Wicket. That's probably holding him back. It's definitely holding him back. 6-star Chirpa. Rest of the Ewoks look pretty good.
Noticing a lot that if anyone's seen any of my videos, there's certain core teams that I suggest most early game players go for, that being teams for CLS, Bounty Hunters, Padme, Jedi, and stuff like that, getting a Relic Darth Vader, having a Geo team for defense. He seems to have hit all of the bases that I use to identify an efficient early game free-to-play roster.
Yes.
He's got the big damage in Vader. He's got the strength and viability in terms of Padme. He has the Darth Revan unlocked. It's not obviously geared up that much, but the Darth Revan will certainly be helpful. He's got the CLS Han Solo Chewbacca for efficient banners. They punch up quite a bit. The powerful Bounty Hunter team with the Zeta Unbossed for recovery. He's got Zeta Traya to go after Geos if they're on defense. And he even has Jedi Knight Revan, who I imagine he's probably going to bring up here in the future to add a GG counter, to add a Padme counter, to add a secondary efficient Jedi team if he wants to split that up in terms of Jedi Knight Revan lead and then switching into a Bastila Shan lead. So he has a bunch of options to not only hold down the fort in a good defensive setting, but also get maximum banners in any of his GAC battles, plus giving him a wide range. So if he faces certain teams on defense, he can adjust his strategy accordingly, because he definitely has a lot more teams than are needed, which a lot of people think is inefficient because, you've bloated GP for no reason. But you have to think about it like, let's say you see a team that you're not used to facing, you're going to have a counter to that because you have all of those extra teams. So yeah, definitely a very solid roster.
Yeah, I would disagree with that being inefficient. That sounds kind of like the whole point of the game to me. Get as many awesome teams as you can.
You'd be surprised. You get a lot of backlash. I get a lot of backlash.
I'll get a lot of backlash. It's so funny. I'll say like farm Vader, and half people will be like no, and half people will be like yes. It's just like how it goes.
It's a very polarized world that we live in the Swiggo community.
Yes, the polarizing, intense world of the Galaxy of Heroes mobile game.
I was going to say the Star Wars mobile games.
Yeah.
Some people choose cool very interesting hills to die on.
Yes, for sure. I see down here we have a 6-star unique Zeta Grievous.
Still looking for that. Where
but
is
I
it?
Didn't see
unique. The Metaloid monstrosity.
I didn't see any other droids. Oh no, he kind of has them.
I like how his Grievous is modded very efficiently.
His B2's fine. His Magna Guard's not good. His Droidica's fine. His B1 doesn't really exist. He has a 4-star Watt, again, not geared up, or leveled up, but he has them. That's pretty cool. The Geos are fine. He's got a solid Geo team.
I think he's definitely at the point in the game when he should start focusing towards relicking up certain teams. Obviously, I would suggest Darth Revan first and then Jedi Knight Revan. Gives you 2 high relic teams, which at 1.5 million GP, by the time you get them relicked up, you'll probably be around 2 million GP just because that's how the game works. But at 2 million GP, having a relic Revan and having both relic Revans is super beneficial. Also, it puts you on track for that Malik, which takes you to that next level in terms of squad arena, but also gives you a little bit of viability in GAC in terms of how you can use that Darth Revan team. Maybe split it up against weaker teams, maybe have viability against General Anakin Skywalkers if you get weaker ones, or stronger Padme teams, or Jedi Knight Revan teams, so on and so forth. So I definitely think that the next step for this guy is building up the viability of his first Darth Revan team and then Jedi Knight Revan team.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. And looking at where his Darth Revan sits in the power hierarchy here, I would guess he probably already is working on gearing that Revan, and I would be willing to bet his next Zeta is probably that 3rd Revan Zeta.
I don't even think I even have that 3rd Revan Zeta to this day. Oh, he has the villain Zeta, which I refuse to ever get because it just seems like such a waste.
Let's see what
this guy definitely has some fantastic Zeta allocation. The Conqueror Zeta also, I don't even remember what that does, but maybe it's the one that applies.
Yeah, I don't remember what any of them do. I'm having to look at this villain one now.
Yeah, in terms of next Zeta, Grandmaster Yoda is a great candidate. I think
he's got to start working on that.
Jedi Knight Revan, then Yoda.
Yeah, I think he's got to start working on that Jedi Knight Revan for sure.
Depending on how high he wants to gear up HK and Bastila Shan, either of them are okay candidates in terms of Zetas. You could go another one on CLS, even though I still don't even think I have any CLS Zetas. You could definitely go Django for the no revives. You could go the second one on Chewbacca. He has a lot of room to place a Zeta depending on which team he decides to actually farm up first. Ahsoka obviously is another great Zeta potential for that Padme team.
Definitely. Yeah, I like seeing that Trey Zeta. That's a good point there. Does he have, let's see what else he has in terms of Sith, specifically the Sith Triumvirate.
He has a 2-star Scion, which
and 3-star Nihilus
is worth farming up and gearing up, at least to gear 12. I still go against Relic Geos with my 3 gear 12 Triumvirates, and I still do perfectly fine. So a little bit of an investment that can punch up in terms of Relic, in terms of gear levels and Relic. Sorry if you can hear my dog playing with her squeaky toy outside. I think she just woke up.
Nice. Yeah, I think that Jedi Knight Revan is going to need some love for sure. That would probably be where I put my next Zeta.
Yeah, I have to agree there.
Get his abilities up, get his gear up. How are his mods looking? Mods are looking okay.
You're asking the wrong guy.
On some of the bigger
6
relic
total
characters.
Speed, fantastic modding if I do say so myself. That's some APGAINS level modding right there.
APGAINS level modding is in remove all
terrible.
Mods, right?
Absolutely terrible.
You want to pop over to ships?
Let's do it.
As expected, that TIE Advanced Mark 1 is his strongest ship.
Yeah, even at 4 stars, that's
I was about to say even at 4 stars, and Anakin's up there in the top 4 with only 2 stars.
Before the update, you would never see TIE Advanced because they just didn't hit hard enough because no one had the strong enough Vader because Vader wasn't good. I definitely think his ETA being only 2 stars is a huge hindrance. At 1.5 million GP, I don't know if he's in a good guild or not. But definitely around 1 million GP, you should be progressing quite heavily towards Negotiator. So you obviously want to farm up your Ahsoka, your ETA, your 5s, your Houndstooth, stuff like that.
Yep.
Especially because he has that relic Anakin. If he just got that 7-star ETA Starfighter, hitting for a lot more damage.
Yeah.
And you can put that in, even if you use this Geo lineup, which I'm not 100% sure if that's what I would do. You can throw that in there as a reinforcement to prevent buffs on Houndstooth, for instance, or just do massive amounts of damage.
Yeah, fleet. I mean, early game fleet, 1.5 million GP. There's not a lot to talk about. They all kind of look the same, or mostly the same. I mean, we don't even have a lot of the ships unlocked here. So,
does he only have one cap? Oh no, I thought he only had one capital ship unlocked. And I'm like, how is that even possible?
it sounds like something I would do. So what I would recommend, is definitely start working on those Galactic Republic ships. Start going towards Negotiator. I mean, he has Watt, so he's got to be in a guild that's getting some get
to. So
that's
maybe he's going for Malevolence, and that's why he prefers Geos. Not the route I would go. Definitely think Negotiator is better, but that would explain his early Zeta on General Grievous is unique.
My camera was out of focus. Had to fix it.
What's up?
I said my camera was out of focus. I had to fix it. Seeing that that Houndstooth is solid though. Get those last couple stars there, and he's going to be also, if you relic Bosk, the Houndstooth becomes like unbelievable.
Unkillable, pretty much. To go around it instead of through it, which definitely changes how the game is played. Still viable, even at Gear 12. I mean, mine's been Gear 12 since, 1.5 million GP probably, and I'm at 3 million GP, and it still works well for me. But definitely, you can't go wrong with a couple of relics on the bounty hunter team, especially with Bosk.
Absolutely. So talking about star promotions back over here in the Toon segment, where does he need to be grinding? I see, keep logging into that Sith raid, get that 7-star Treya, keep picking up Grievous when you see him in the fleet store, get that last star on him. Obviously you need to finish your Ewoks, Chief Chirpa, and Wicket. The rest I think are good. And that'll get you that last star on C-3PO. So right there, we're talking about, 5 tunes to get to 7 stars with really not much energy spent.
Yeah, I definitely think Nihilus and Scion are always prime candidates, especially once you finally get that tray unlocked. Simply because you don't need to invest a whole lot into them, but having them early definitely benefits you over other players because they're not characters that you usually think to farm right off the bat, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I mean,
having them in your roster definitely benefits you.
Yeah, and the way the game is now, you're going to see a lot of those Geos. I never put mine on defense.
Under 2 million GP, you're going to see a lot of them.
Yeah, I never put mine on defense, but I know a lot of people that do, so you can easily punch through them with that. But I mean, you also have Vader that can do that.
Defense just because I have nothing else.
Yeah. So he also can handle Geos easily, though. He has the Vader. That means Vader can't handle something else, but he'll definitely get...
Treya with the Scion, nice cat, by the way. I don't know if your viewers can see it or not.
Oh, no, they can't. No, they keep asking.
Dang it. You guys are really missing out here.
One day.
Another thing about Treya that not a lot of people look at, especially in the early game, is the counter with Thrawn against Padme. Since you see a lot of highly relic Padme teams, just getting that Treya up to Gear 12 does provide a very solid counter against Padme. Obviously, you can put Isolate on her so she can't give out the courage and the buffs, and you can fracture GK, allowing you to, of course, dispel with Scion, and then eventually Nihilus gives a bunch of Zucks and then kills Anakin, and the team kind of falls after that. So people always think just to use Treya against Geos or nothing else, but Treya has always been a fantastic Padme counter, especially since this player doesn't yet have a powerful Jedi Knight Revan team or something like that. Or any team, for instance, that could be super dominant. He's going to face a lot of Padme players at 1.5 to 2 million GP. So if you don't want to get up your Treya for Geos, maybe you don't fear Geos that much because you have the Vader, definitely think that until you get that Jedi Knight Revan team, Treya does provide a valid counter. And then, like we said before, you might have more teams than you need, but you could face a Padme and a General Grievous on defense. And Jedi Knight Revan counters both of those teams right there. So what are we supposed to do? Well, now that we have the Treya to counter Padme, we can afford to use our Jedi Knight Revan to counter that GG, and we're able to take out both of them very efficiently, not drop any battles, not worry too much about falling behind in terms of GAC. So definitely viable characters. Not a lot of people go for them early, but Nihilus and Scion definitely useful.
Yeah, I think that's where I'd put my next resources, as well as all those others. But those other ones are almost a little more passive.
Yeah, the other ones you kind of just need gear, and then a lot of the ones you mentioned can be farmed in shipments and stuff like that, like General Grievous. Some of the Ewoks you get through events, just like randomly, those drop you 40.
Wicket's one of those. Chirpa, I think he's gonna have to farm, but that's a Cantina farm, so that'll be just fine. Any closing thoughts on Darth Malgus over here?
I'd say overall at 1.5 million GP, a fantastic roster. I mean, no real holes in it whatsoever. Obviously, I'm a little biased because it basically almost entirely follows the APGAINS approved farming strategy,
Sure.
which of course I'm going to be keen towards. But yeah, a fantastic roster. No real holes. Great stuff, man. Good job, Darth Malgus.
And he's running that Padme trio, of course, in Arena, filling that out with Ahsoka and Grandmaster Yoda. He's sitting at 356. In his fleet, he is running Tarkin Geos, and that's 161. So pretty solid all around, I'd say. I think if he probably gets that Darth Revan team going, especially if he puts Malak in it, I think he'll see that arena rank jump quite a bit. I don't know why I can't talk, but I think that's what he would see happen there for sure.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, Darth Malgus, thank you for sharing your lotto code there. APGAINS, thank you for being on the show.
Anytime, man. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, man. Any final thoughts as we wrap up here?
What day is this video going out?
Today.
Guys, not Darth. I almost said Darth Datamine here won a couple of nice awards on the Cup Award show.
Oh,
wish him congratulations for his fantastic achievements throughout the year.
I don't even know what awards I've won yet, so I'm excited to see.
Yeah, that's it, man.
I definitely announced a few. All right, you guys. I'm the Star Wars guy. Please subscribe below for more Star Wars content every single day, and we will catch you in the next video.